Alright, so this video is a little different than my others. I would love to do storytime videos in my fursuit, but I don't have the proper equipment to record myself in high quality, plus I can't see well enough in my suit to read a script. Anyway, hello everyone, I'm Solarsaber, and today I'm going to tell you how my hair almost caught fire not 1, but 3 times in a nightclub. Does this video need to be age restricted? Nah, nothing explicit happens, I don't think so. So first we need some background info, of course. This all happened the Halloween of last year, so I was pretty fresh in college and eager to try a bunch of new things. Our campus lets us dress up on Halloween, so I put on my Team Rocket costume and all my other friends put on their cute outfits. It was a pretty fun day. The college had a little trick-or-treat thing where you went to each building to get candy, but that's not the point of this story. Fast forward to Halloween night. My friends and I are still dressed in our Halloween costumes and it's like 10 o'clock at night. We're chilling, and someone says, hey, we should try to go to a Halloween party. Me, being an 18-year-old who barely got out of the house in high school, was totally down for this. So we start talking to our connections around campus to see if anyone knows where we can find a lit Halloween party. Someone eventually tells us about one that's free until 11 p.m. if you're wearing a costume, and free all night if you're a lady, which was great because my friends and I are all ladies. So we're like, cool, let's head to this club. We all split the cost for an Uber, well, 2 Ubers because my friend group is kind of big. Keep in mind, we are all still wearing our costumes. That's a story element that will come in handy later. I'm a member of Team Rocket. You should join today so we can band together to steal Pikachu. So we get to the club, and outside it is freezing. It is about 30 degrees Fahrenheit, which I know isn't cold if you're from the north, but I'm from the south, so I was freezing. There's a fairly even crowd of women and men dressed in costumes, but oh my god, almost all the women were wearing sexy costumes that had most of their skin out, so I know they were freezing more than I was. I was glad I had on my nerdy Team Rocket costume that covered literally all of my skin. I know I said this club was free, but we ended up paying money to skip the line and get inside because we were that cold. My first hint at, maybe this could be dangerous, was when the security guard took away the pepper spray my friends and I brought to defend ourselves. I understand that's a safety precaution just so you don't use it inside of the club as a weapon, but it was also the only thing we had to defend ourselves, so, you know. Once we're inside of the club, there are so many people in it that none of us can move. Like, at all. I'm not even exaggerating. We could not move. If you wanted to walk literally 1 foot ahead of you, you had to push someone out of your way. There was barely enough space for me to breathe. Not to mention, everyone in this club was extremely tall. The tallest dude I saw had to been at least 6'2", and all of the women were like at least 5'6". I'm 5'3", so I felt like a literal child. And it didn't help that I looked like one too. At the entrance, the security guard asked for my ID because he didn't think I was old enough to be there. Hurts, man. It hurts. Inside, people are smoking every drug in existence to my knowledge, and because I am so short, their hands came up to my head, meaning when they lit their cigarettes or whatever else they were smoking, it was dangerously close to my hair. So this is where things get crazy. My friends and I are literally just trying to exist in this space when a man behind me starts lighting a cigarette. We are so packed together that I can feel the smoke from the cigarette on the back of my head, and I quickly duck out of the way when I think, oh god, this could light my hair on fire. This cigarette was so strong that, like, for days afterwards, my hair smelled like cigarettes, and I don't smoke anything, but my hair smelled like cigarettes, which sucked. My friends and I shuffle out of the way again when a woman carrying sparklers, yes, sparklers, in this packed-ass club starts running by us. These sparks are flying everywhere, and I have to duck in order to avoid getting it on me. This night was so disastrous, my god. The 3rd time my hair almost caught fire was when someone else tried to light a blunt behind my head again, and at this point I was like, okay guys, this isn't fun anymore. But to our luck, the club was over the legal capacity of what was allowed in the building. So what happens? Someone called the police. Someone called the police and the goddamn fire department. So the DJ shuts off the music and is like, alright guys, we need to go to the patio, which was just the outside part of the club. Keep in mind, it's still freezing outside. So my friends and I try to push our way through while half of the people refuse to leave the building. My friends low-key used me as a shield because I was wearing the most clothing and kinda looked like a little boy, so I was the least likely to get groped by men, which is unfortunate and says a lot about society, but hey, it is what it is. Sometimes you gotta take one for the team. But then, we all hear shouting. I guess being cramped up in a tight place gets people irritated because 2 men just start fighting. they just start going at it. At this point, I was pretty scared and started pushing through the crowd as fast as I could to get out. But once we get outside, guess what happens? Another fight breaks out. My friends and I knew the area we were in wasn't the safest place, so we jumped over the fence to get away from the scene because we were worried someone was going to pull out a gun. By this point, it was 1 in the morning and all of us were frantically trying to call an Uber while running away from the area. The Uber ride back to campus was silent. And that is how my hair almost caught fire inside of a nightclub. The moral of this story is, maybe don't smoke things next to people's heads. I wouldn't say don't go to clubs because this was the only time I've had a night at a club end like this. Anyway, stay safe out there and be mindful of other people. Thanks so much for watching, and remember, shine bright.